What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. Grab Elwood Live. I'm going to put this out on the social media, ladies and gentlemen, so everybody can get a taste of it out there in Twitter land. What's going on? You're watching a Political Vigilante Live. Bum, 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 bum. This is where I'd have really cool graphics and music, Political Vigilante. News you can trust. And then it would show me with my sleeves rolled up, looking like a news guy, leaning in, eyebrow up, Brian Williams. I am live now. .com/Graham Elwood. Boom, boom, pow. What's up, Farkas Garvey? What's up, Jesus? Vegan Justice Artistic Whistleblower David, Lawrence, Tom, Bob Swanick, Deborah Hennessy. Trump's about to do his show. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Zach Davis, how's the lockdown? It's okay. Hello, everyone. Hello from Connecticut. What's up? Denise, Tom, Charlie, Heather. What's up? McFarlane, Steve, Joe Hosterman. Hit the like button, everybody, and share this out on your social media. This is my first time trying like an afternoon, midday live stream, 2 o'clock on the West Coast, 5 o'clock on the East Coast. Hit the like button. This is from Comedy Filmers, my old movie podcast, which is no longer around. But I think you can listen to all the old episodes on iTunes if you want to listen to a movie podcast. Hello, Allison, Stephen. Hi, Graham. Thanks for the live stream. Saves my sanity. I'm glad it's doing that, Deborah. I'm glad everybody's sanity is being saved. Graham finally bought a new shirt. I just haven't worn this in a long time. It's a thicker cotton. I like that soft cotton shirt. This is a little harder. So I like a soft shirt, softening up my vegan guns. You know what I mean? That's what I want, kids. We have to beat the drum on our reps every day. We cannot let up pressure. Absolutely. My sanity is not saved. Tom Brady. Laundry day. It's not a laundry day. I mean, yes, I do need to do laundry, but this was just in my drawer at the bottom. Haven't worn it in a while. I thought, let's give this shirt a shot. It's kind of a cool thing, but my soft vegan guns. Hello, Truth to Tweet. What's up, Saul? How are you? Kat Aaron Davis. It looks like an expensive hotel. Yeah, if you look closely, it's got a microphone and then a film, since we talked a lot. We're both filmmakers, comedy filmmakers. This is our crest. This came out like a year or two ago. When are you going to make a Graham t-shirt? Well, yellow vest on the wall. I'm glad you asked that. I have a Political Vigilante shirt. It says Political Vigilante. It actually has this logo. Where's the logo? Let me show it to you. It has this logo on it. So I have black t-shirts with this logo in white on the front. And those will be available on my GrahamNoah.com soon. My web designer's got a bunch of stuff fixed. Graham, would you consider a lavalier mic? It would help with the echo in the room. I do have a lavalier mic on. I'm using a lavalier mic. Right now, lavalier mic is happening right now. Where are you getting an echo? Let's bring that echo down a touch. Let's bring that echo down. Yeah, I have a lot. That's what that is. So I don't know where there's an echo coming from. I'm talking into this lavalier mic. Best comedy film of all time, Freddie Got Fingered or Napoleon Dynamite? Oh boy, Napoleon Dynamite, Freddie Got Fingered. Come on, dude. That was bullshit the way they stole your house. Yes, it was, man. Complete bullshit the way they stole my house. And I cannot say this enough. This new stimulus plan that gives the bank all this money and all this control, they will be stealing homes the way they stole mine. I'm just telling you, be careful. And they're going to steal businesses. And I'm reading I applied for the small business loan. It said you might qualify to not have to pay it back. If they give it to me, I'm going to really read the fine print, because my guess is they're going to give a bunch of people loans and then say, oh, actually, you do got to pay it back. I'm just telling you. And they're going to try to snatch up houses. And this is just the beginning. Probably a year or so from now, we're really going to see the fallout from this. Yeah, we're really going to see it. It's coming. It's going to be horrible. Graham, do you personally know anyone sick? No. A friend of mine knows somebody that was tested positive for COVID-19, and he told me that a couple weeks ago. I don't know what her status is right now. I don't know where she's living even. Yeah. What do you think about Biden supporters that like Alyssa Milano ignoring and dismissing the sexual assault accusations against Joe Biden? Oh man, I wanted to put that. I'm going to do a whole article, a whole video on this. I couldn't get it together in time for today, but I want to show you, and I'll talk about it briefly right now, is specifically to Alyssa Milano, right? So her boyfriend is a big agent at CAA, which is one of the most powerful agencies. It's one of the most powerful agencies in all of show business, right? So they rep huge name people, Brad Pitt, big people like that, right? They also represent Joe Biden. The Time Is Up organization that came out after the Me Too movement, like Time's Up on guys abusing power. So Time's Up has their meetings at CAA. Time's Up has deliberately discounted, discredited, and not even taken into account this woman, specifically Tara Reid, who has the most recent accusations. Well, she's accused Biden for a while, but it was the Katie Halper interview a couple weeks ago that I talked about. That is really, but Time's Up is basically a scam, is a scam arm of Me Too that is used by CAA to help do damage control for their clients like Joe Biden. That's what it's for. So they're smearing him, and Alyssa Milano, it's a lot of money's involved. So that's why Alyssa Milano is so full of shit. And you will look, I'm going to do a video on this, but we've seen all these people, Alyssa Milano, Neera Tanden, they have all scrubbed their Twitter feeds for all of during the Kavanaugh thing 2 years ago, they were all screaming, believe all women. They've literally taken those down off their Twitter profiles because they know how full of shit they are. It's about money and power. Rose McGowan has done an interview recently saying saying Alyssa Milano is full of shit. Rose McGowan has called her out publicly on Twitter. It's just more bullshit. This is Hollywood, which is a part of the corporate media. I've said this before. We always talk about the corporate media, but we always talk about the news, and we always kind of forget that part of the corporate media is show business. Show business has been pushing out the American exceptionalism narrative for decades. Why are we all so scared of Russia? Because we've been told since I was a kid, all the movies, the evil Soviets, the Russians, the cheat, right? And even recently, Icarus won Best Documentary like 2 years ago, showing the Russian, Armstrong was the poster boy for, he's an American hero. Friends with the Obamas, the Clintons, everybody. They got quiet. They didn't call him out. So the entertainment industry, look, the CIA has script approval on big movies like the Marvel movies and stuff like that. So this is the blue check Hollywood neoliberal, as Alyssa Milano is one of them. This is big business. And the Me Too movement was started by this woman who was a survivor. And she wanted to talk about, she started this movement a while ago. And then it got hijacked by all these neoliberal, mainly Hillary supporters that just wanted to go after Republican men because Hillary lost to Trump. And that's the Me Too movement became very one-sided. People such as myself were like, wait a minute, only men do bad things? It would not hold abusive women accountable. Asia Argento, when it came out that she started grooming a little boy that was like, she worked on a movie with this guy, this child, when he was like 7, 8 years old. And when he was like 16 or 17, she had sex with him. That's statutory rape. She groomed this kid. And when it came forward, Asia Argento, Rose McGowan was the only one calling her out. Everyone else within the Me Too movement got quiet about it. And had a man done that, had a male actor worked with a 7-year-old girl, and then when she got 17, went to a hotel and had sex with her, people would be screaming about it. But a woman does it and it's okay. So Alyssa Milano was part of the bullshit neoliberal corporate, and the corporate Democrats have, you know, they use show business. I hate to sound like a Fox News talking about, oh, those liberals in Hollywood, but it's not, it's the neoliberal. It's the corporate Democratic establishment. Like, now I'll show you this. Harvey Weinstein, total donations, $2.3 million. Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, $193,000. Democratic Party of Wisconsin, Obama. These are all the big time Democrats that Harvey Weinstein has donated money to. There's Hillary, there's John Kerry, there's Eric Franken, there's Liz Warren, there's Kamala Harris, there's Cory Booker. Weird, I don't see Bernie's not on this, huh? Chucky the Show, look at him. Friends with Oprah, friends with Hillary Clinton. So I'm going to do a bigger story on that. I couldn't get it ready for today, but Alyssa Milano is a vile piece of shit, and her boyfriend is part of the problem. CAA is part of the problem. CAA was part of organizations that protected Harvey Weinstein. All these people knew about Harvey Weinstein's behavior, and they did nothing. All these people, Meryl Streep, everybody knew and did nothing. Everybody did nothing. Everyone did nothing because they didn't want to hurt their money. Alyssa Milano is not going to speak out against Joe Biden because it'll hurt her money. It'll hurt her payday. So she can say all this hypocritical bullshit. She contradicts herself tweet after tweet after tweet. These violent, toxic burn bros. You're supporting a rapist with dementia, Alyssa Milano. She is so fucking nuts, and she's everything that's wrong with show business, with Hollywood, and with big media. She's part of the corporate media machine. So she's just like these jackasses like Anderson Cooper, and who, by the way, is repped by the same. They're all repped by there's two big agencies, CAA and UTA. And both of them, the high ups, have worked in the Clinton organization, Clinton administration, and the Obamas. And so they're just part of protecting this. And since Harvey Weinstein gave a lot of money to the Democratic Party, and he's buddies with Epstein, like, that's who they are, man. That's who they are. 244 watching, 106 likes. Hit the like button, everybody. Yeah, Milano is batshit nuts. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg's part of that too. Whoopi Goldberg has defended Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Clinton. I wouldn't be surprised if Whoopi Goldberg was an abuser herself. I wouldn't be surprised. But at the very least, people like Alyssa Milano and Whoopi Goldberg, they make millions of dollars every year working for the billionaires. And so they play ball. And they're all full of shit. Have I heard about the amazing Polly? No, I do not know who that is. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg said it's not rape. That's Whoopi Goldberg. Wow, what a hero. What a hero. Yeah, Ted Danson was on the right side of that divorce. Hollywood absolutely protects sexual predators. Because, look, here's what it is. The thing about it is it has nothing to do with Democrat or Republican or ideology. is this is about the powerful protecting their power. They're protecting their money and their power and their influence. That's what this is about. So it really, look, when Kavanaugh thing, all those Republican women defended Kavanaugh because it was the Republicans protecting their power. And everyone was believing Dr. Ford, believe all women, believe all women. Okay, great. But now those same women, those same liberal Democrat have nothing to say about Obama. This shows you how stupid our political system is, how dumb Americans are, that they fall for this my team's better than your team shit. They're so full of shit. America is full of fucking shit, and America is deserving all of the crap that it's getting because America is fucking dumb. And if Americans, I'm not excused, the ruling class has taught us all to be stupid and taught us all to pick sides, but I don't know how you can look yourself in the mirror and say this crap. I don't know how Americans aren't having real holy shit, we need to really reflect. But that didn't happen. The dumbass fucking neoliberals after the 2016 convention started screaming Russia, Russia, Russia because Rachel Maddow told them to, and they lost their critical thinking skills. And now here's Joe Biden, who's a rapist. And if Joe Biden was the exact same guy with the exact same accusations, only he had an R in front of his name. Nothing else was different. Where he got his money, well, everything was this. Every single thing was the same, but he had an R in front of his name instead of a D. All these dumb neoliberals would be like, Joe Biden's a rapist, but now they won't call him out because the Obama years were so great. When Obama deported 3 million people, when Obama dropped more bombs than Bush, right? When Obama gave the banks, billions of dollars, hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars, and then sat back and let them foreclose on 6 million homes and profit from it and did nothing and prosecuted nobody. And now we are facing we are in the middle of a global pandemic, and we are going to have a depression, a financial crash, worse than 2008, and worse than the one of 1929. Worse, combining the both of them. It's going to be horrifying. But Joe Biden's my guy. Only Republicans are bad. They're so stupid. Yeah, Corey Feldman will tell you all about Hollywood. Oh, Ellen crying about having to live in her mansion. God, I really don't care what celebrities are going through on any level. What's going on? Everything's frozen. 307 watching, 142 likes. Please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody wing tonight. Let's see where we're at, everybody. They know the Dems will not change their lives, but support their gay friends. Only difference between Dems and GOP. Absolutely correct. Barack Obama, AOL. What's up? Republicans eat your lunch admitting it. Democrats eat your lunch blaming the Russians. That's so far, I know. It's very true. I'll do some Sinatra today. Oh, maybe. Let me answer a couple super chats, then we'll get into a segment or two. Please hit the like button, everybody. Smash the like button. Let me know if you like this afternoon stream thing. If you're interested in watching 159 likes, share this. All right, that was frozen up. Hit the like button, everybody. Melissa H, shave your knuckles for justice. Melissa Graham, thanks for the early stream. Yeah, I wanted to try this. Last night I did 8 o'clock. I've done a lot of late night streams after Jimmy, which is cool to have sort of Jimmy be the lead-in. But many of you have said afternoons are better for you, or those of you that are in Europe, the late night streams are in the middle of the night for you. So this, I know, is like it's about 10:30 at night in the UK. So I just wanted to try some different times and see how it works for everybody. Karen Webster, boom! Shaving knuckles for justice, Karen. I joined, but I'm babysitting, can't chat. Stay well. You got it, Karen. Enjoy the babysitting. Melissa H. If my business survives this, it will survive anything. I hope it does. I hope the thing I was talking about last night on the stream, we all got to get creative. We all got to figure things out. We all got to work together. We all got to negotiate. We all got to, there's a bunch of people all scrambling. So get some people together and go, how can we figure this out? And you'll come up with some great ideas. You know, I've seen a lot of businesses going online. I'm seeing yoga teachers and personal trainers like going online. Everybody's getting creative, you know, so that's what we got to do, because we can't rely on this federal government. The federal government doesn't give a shit about us at all. Does not care at all. Perfecta Florio. Shave your knuckles for justice. Bernie's team needs to start a dialogue with us via progressive YouTubers. Why won't they speak to us? We're their damn base. What are we paying them for? It's a great question. I don't understand. Bernie won't fight back unless it's just to the seat, just as in case. I don't know. He puts out tweets and he says stuff, but it's like. But the thing that I've heard this from Jimmy, from Fiorella, from Convo Couch, and other people that know there are deliberate like bad actors in his campaign. There are deliberate like corporate people that work for Neera Tanden and shit like that are in his campaign. So they're deliberately steering him in the wrong directions, but ultimately he's agreeing to it. You know, he's doing little things here and there, but he's really should be seizing this moment, not as an opportunist, but as a like this. The country needs me now. The country needs Medicare for all, and it needs UBI immediately, right now. We need a rent freeze. We need real things right now. We need factories to be online making ventilators and masks for the frontline workers, for starters. They're telling all of us don't go outside unless you've got some kind of face covering. I ran on a bike ride today and had to, you know, go to the store, so I had a bandana over my face like some kind of train robber. You know, and I found some N95 masks in my disaster kit. And so I had 5 of them, and I kept 2 for myself and put 1 in my car. So actually, technically, I kept 3 for myself and took the other 2 and gave them to my there's a local free clinic by me. And I was just like, here you go. There's some N95 masks. They're like, do you need them? I was like, I got some at home. I'm good. Because I don't really need those masks unless I have to go into like something were to happen where I have to be around a lot of people or something. So, but like, they're having a fundraiser for the LA Unified School for disadvantaged kids that need school supplies and food, which is the people involved. It's heartwarming. It's very generous, but we just keep getting fucked. And just Bernie, I don't know. Like, I keep waiting, but honestly, I've come to this conclusion that Bernie is doing what he's always done. He's going to try to reform from within, add the amendment, do this, but he's never going to fight the way we want him to. He never has. He's never done that. He's always tried to fight within the system. And now is the time for him to go, I'm done with the Democrat. I'm walking, I'm taking my people with me, I'm out. And he won't. We want him to, but he won't. And you know what? He's doing what he's done his whole career. He's always tried to fight within the system. And look, he's motivated a lot of us. And that's what we just need to do ourselves. We need to start organizing a general strike. I was watching again on the news. There's a in Compton, I think, there's a McDonald's where the workers went on strike because somebody had COVID there, and they're like, "This McDonald's isn't protecting us. They're not giving us masks. They're not protecting us, and we need hazard pay. We need all these things." And so they, you know how they're striking? They're all in their cars driving around the McDonald's, making it impossible to go in there. Because the only way to go to McDonald's to get food is to go through the drive-through. And so they blocked it, and good for them. There's these little strikes happening all over the place. We all have to do this, and we can pressure Bernie all we want, but I don't see it happening. And he and Tulsi and AOC and everybody signed a pledge. They're going to back whomever, and none of them will leave the Democratic Party. They won't. And that's the problem. You cannot reform that party from within. It is impossible. So to me, that's a waste of energy. I mean, I'll keep saying it because technically today's an election day in Wisconsin. It's just madness. We're living in crazy times. And the stimulus plan just gave the banks trillions more money than they got in the 2008 and 2009 bailouts. They just got more money than the Bush and the Obama stimulus money. So we need to take matters into our own hands. I mean, we need to do strikes like this. We need general strikes. We need to say we're not doing this. We have to do this. We have to. There's no other way around this because we can't wait for this government. I'm done waiting for Bernie. I cut him some slack in 2016. Okay, he still supported Hillary, but he was trying to get, he told the Hillary camp, all right, I'll back you, but I want you to take these things into your White House. He thought he might have a seat in your White House. He didn't want to become Ralph Nader. According to Ralph Nader won't, Bernie won't return his calls. So we can't rely on that. We can't just we got to move forward, man. We're all together. We got to start building coalitions and we got to organize strikes, small, on this, and then organize a general strike. We have to do this. It's going to get bad. We're going to have 25, 30. We just had 10 million people file unemployment in a week. And that will affect all of us. I'm still doing okay with this, but I worry if more people get unemployed, how's anyone going to feed and do anything? Anyone who's got a business right now, even if it's still bringing money in, you in the back of your mind, you're going, what if everyone's broke? Then what? How can I do anything? It's crazy. So long answer to your question, my friend, but I wish this is the most suppressed subject. Death behind the death. Please report this. Research, bring it up with Jimmy and Kim. I'm your t-shirt artist you met in Florida. Oh, hey, what's up? 6 minus 1, 5, 5G. Oh, right. Yeah, I did a 5G. I did a 5G at yesterday's live stream or Sunday's live stream. I can't remember, but so I did it during the live stream and I'm going to release that clip. So I'll get it out there. Don't worry. I've done 5G videos. Several of my Patreon supporters want me to continue to talk about that, and I will. Don't worry. That's happening. The most frustrating thing is how this abandons the people, myself included, who dedicated time, money, and resources to his campaign, meaning Bernie. This is the moment, and he's watching it pass by. He's not a leader. Yeah, I know. It's Graham, did you see the comedian on Twitter the other day asking for bad stories about Ellen DeGeneres, and he got like 600 responses? No, right? They killed JFK, RFK, MLK, etc. Absolutely. Yeah, 5G videos are getting repressed. Absolutely, I know. My ex-husband, partner, whatever, LOL, is supposed to text for food, water, coffee, beer while working in his home office. I'm like, don't come out. Sorry. That's funny. Bernie and Tulsi both took the money and gave it to the DNC. I know. The attitude of the uber wealthy is that it's no good to have money if you can't buy people with it. Absolutely. So you got that right for sure. We need 6G. I hear no one mentioning an income tax strike. Can you discuss, please? Well, the thing that makes me worried about that, we all have to do that together. But it's going to be like, yeah, I don't want to. An income tax strike, I know if nobody pays their taxes, it would be. Yeah. There's going to be some, I don't know. I just go back and forth on that, on the specific income tax strike. I think a general strike, like nobody works, nobody buys anything, I think that's better and more effective. The income tax strike, I would love for that, but if some people do it and some don't, then they're going to just, heavy fines, and I don't want to see people get more underwater, and I don't know. So I personally think a general strike is the best solution. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think on that one. So 398 watching, 221 likes. Hit the like button. Like it. 401 watching. Hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. Like button. Hit the like button. Danny O'Brien. What's up, Danny? Shave your knuckles for justice. We all know Republicans suppress the votes by kicking people off the rolls. Democrats rig the actual election results. System is not blatantly exposed. Yeah. Both parties, they're never going to expose it because both parties are like, well, I can't say that they're cheating better than me because they're both cheating. It's the two-party system is designed. Who runs the elections commissions? Both parties. There's no mention of political parties anywhere in the Constitution, and yet the Democrats and Republicans control everything. It's completely bullshit, and they take their marching orders from the ruling class. Both parties are complete bullshit. We don't even have real elections. They're complete fraud. I voted in this primary. I voted in California. Boom. Progressive. Shave your knuckles for justice. I call my left gun corn and my right gun black bean. Together they make 168 pounds of complete vegan protein that's about to get up in your neoliberal corporatist face. You ever been knocked out by a vegan? Boom, black bean and corn just coming at you, bro. It's too much. My shaved vegan knuckles are too much for your neoliberal eyes, bitch. Fantastic. Fantastic. Adam Schiff, Mike Thompson, and Susan Davis are asking the Fed to ease up on Wells Fargo so it can make more Paycheck Protection Program loans. The Fed restricted Wells Fargo's growth after widespread customer abuses. Here's Erni and Venetia. Let me put this on. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching The Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. Well, this was just tweeted out. Adam Schiff, Mike Thompson, and Susan Davis are asking the Fed to ease up on Wells Fargo so it could make more Paycheck Protection Program loans. First of all, be careful of those. I'm reading the fine print, and they're like, you may not have to pay it back. Be careful. Be careful. I'm worried they're going to give everybody all this money and then start calling for, oh, we're going to put a lien on your house. We're going to put a lien on your business. But you said it was paying, oh, you didn't fill out this thing, or you used some of the money incorrectly, so we want our money back. Watch out. Watch out for their stimulus. Their stimulus. That's how they stole my house. Here, Graham, here's a bunch of stimulus money. They told me, don't pay your mortgage. Fall behind, fall over 30 days late, and then we're going to put a 3-month forbearance. And they gave me this documents, and we're cutting your mortgage rate in half, and then has a bunch of interest and fees on it. They did that to me 2 more times. So I was like already 10, 20, 30,000. There's no way I was coming out from under that unless I won the lottery. So we're cutting the rent in half, my mortgage in half. I paid the half payment thinking, oh, all the stimulus money. And they did that to millions of people. They told me, we're cutting your rent in half for 3 months. At the end of the 3 months, they said, oh, whoops, you don't qualify for this stimulus money. So be careful. Be careful with these small business loans and this paycheck protection. They're going to come. Here's this. Oh, yeah, here's a loan, and you don't have to pay it back. Oh, wait, you forgot to fill this thing. You didn't qualify. On what grounds? Well, you didn't qualify. But specifically, well, you didn't qualify. I'm just telling you, this is what they're going to do with this fucking stimulus money. And then $1,200, we're all going to have to pay. And then next year, oh, I'm supposed to get a rebate at $2,400. Oh, no. We need that money back. Just telling you. So that the more tongue lashing by Liz Warren 3 years ago. She gave him what for? And he got $124 million severance plan. Wow. I mean, if I would gladly, I'll go to Congress and everybody can slap me in the ass with a ping pong paddle for $124 million. That's what I got to do. Just yell. I could just go to, I wear a suit and you yell at me. Let me tell you something. I'm Liz Warren, fake progressive. And I get $124 million. Holy shit. Where do I sign up? Wells Fargo is a donor to Adam Schiff, as in the arms industry that happens to benefit from the hawkish Cold War agenda that Schiff has been spent the 3 years shaping the Democratic Party around. Great thing we elevated this guy as a resistance hero. That's Erni. So on point with the Russiagate shit. See, that's just what's already happening. Hey, we're too hard on, what are they using? They're using COVID-19 to keep everybody scared. Well, we need these loans. Stop. We're too strict on Wells Fargo. Remember Wells Fargo created fake bank accounts and pressured bank tellers and mid-level management people that if they didn't do it, they were going to get fired. Wells Fargo is so utterly corrupt. Wells Fargo invests in the Dakota Access Pipeline. They're the worst. I pulled my IRA out of Wells Fargo and put it into a credit union because I just didn't want to leave my money there. I just didn't. I use my business accounts through Wells Fargo, but there's not a lot of money there because the credit unions don't, most of them don't do corporate. Like I have a corporation of a business. They're the worst, man. This is what they do. But so if you can pull your money out of one of the big banks and go to a credit union, do it. I pulled some of my money out. I want to pull more. I want to pull all of it out. So I got to see there's a new credit union by me. And I want to see if I can put my money there because I hate these assholes. But anyway, so Adam Schiff has been pushing Russia because he gets money from the defense industry. We need a new Cold War. The height of global defense spending was in 1980. That was the height of the Cold War. That was when the whole world was spending more money on weapons and defense than ever in history. And then it came down in 2000. 2000 was the lowest. Weird, 9/11 happened right after that. Then the number went back up. Weird, it's weird. I can't figure this out. There's your Democratic Party. Resist, resist, resist. Help the banks. Trump's bad. Help the banks. Trump and Russia, Trump, Russia, Trump, Russia. Remember Obama? Who picked his cabinet? Oh, Citibank picked his cabinet. Quick little tidbit of how the Democratic Party is already using the banks and the defense contractors are already using this. We need money because of they're imposing. This isn't a blunder by the federal government or the Democrats or Republicans that the pandemic response isn't better. It's not a blunder. It's deliberate to create as much chaos and fear so they can get away with shit like this in the middle of a pandemic. Wells Fargo is like, here's an opportunity. Let's get rid of some of these restrictions that happened for the last amount of crimes that we committed that ruined people's lives. All these bankers should be in jail. If Liz Warren was a real progressive, she would have put his ass in jail. This is why I'm so done with the Democratic Party. AOC and Bernie give these speeches, but they still voted for the stimulus plan. 96-0. 96-0. They had an opportunity to stop it and they didn't take it because they're fake. And they want to keep kicking the can down the road. We just got to get Trump out of there. Like Cuomo. Yeah, Cuomo. Who's closed down 20,000 hospital beds in the last 10 years in New York. There should be 20,000 more hospital beds in New York City right now, today. But he shut that down. Corporate media is not telling you that. I'm telling you that. People like Erni are telling you stuff like that. That's why you come to the show. Boom! Shave your knuckles for justice. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. 270 likes. Hit the like button. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Read the BNAC. Okay, it's close to coming with the corona vaccine. I just did a video on him and his connections to Epstein. Don't worry, I'll get to the super chats. Settle down, kids. Van Adults. Boom, America. Shave your knuckles for justice. Thank you for supporting the show. I really appreciate it. I can't do the show without you. I don't get money from Wells Fargo. I don't get money from Raytheon. I don't get money from those companies. I get supported by you. Great ways to support the show are these super chats, what people are doing right now, which I very much appreciate. Also, patreon.com/GrahamElwood and rockfin.com/GrahamElwood. Rockfin is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. I put all my videos on Rockfin. The ones that are on YouTube are also on Rockfin. They're ad-free. And they pay us content creators in crypto. So we all own, that was by design so that somebody like Google can't come in and buy up Rockfin. And I'm going to start live streaming more on Rockfin. I haven't yet, but I said this last night, but those of you who weren't on the stream last night, I just ordered this. I talked to Arno, Jimmy's producer, and another tech friend of mine. And so I've got this piece of equipment that I'm ordering where I can use, it's a converter to convert my nicer camera. You guys are watching this on this shitty webcam that's got a fucking speak and microphone. It's a fucking dumb thing. It's causing problems. But that's going to be gone soon. When I get this, and then I'm going to start using OBS, and I will integrate a better image, better production value. Won't have this crazy, see how there's all this extra space around it? I mean, you can see the yellow vest, but it'll be the nice camera that I use for the regular clips will be used for the live streaming, and I'll get the sound even dialed in better. And then I'm going to start doing more exclusive content just for Rockfin. So check that out. Jason Milton, boom. Shaving knuckles for justice. I haven't even gotten the chance to vote yet, but DNC and mainstream media is forcing Joe Biden and Cuomo down our throats. The Democratic Party is a scam. They're a complete scam. They're so propping up Cuomo. It's unbelievable. And anyone out there who's just kind of paying attention is like, wow, Cuomo's going, he sounds like a leader. Sure sounds like. So does Gavin Newsom, and I'm going to talk about that clown. Robert Timberline, Bobby Timber. Shaving knuckles for justice, Bob. I feel like the socially left issues are used by neolibs to divide, suppress the economic populism of the actual progressive left. How do we combat this, embrace these issues, forget about them? No, it's that this is why we have to separate ourselves from the neoliberals, because they don't give a shit. No, you're absolutely right. Identity politics is used by the ruling class to keep the left divided, just like they use family values in the Second Amendment to keep right-leaning voters to vote against their own interests. If conservative red state voters knew how much people like Mitch McConnell and Trump were fucking them and screwing them out of money and jobs and all this stuff, they would never vote for them. But they're always like, oh, a Second Amendment, and the Democrats are going to take your guns, and the Democrats hate Jesus or whatever. That's how they keep them scared and vote against their own interests. And the left, the neoliberals, I've said this before, if Hillary Clinton, you took all of her policies, everything she voted for as a senator and secretary of state, everything she backed as first lady, where she gets her money from, the things she did as secretary of state, the being on Epstein's plane, all of those things, you take all of those things, none of the conspiracies, just put those aside. No Clinton body count, none of that stuff. Just the actual stuff that she did. And you put that with a man, none of those fake feminists, those white feminists, ever would have voted for in a million years. Ever. That's how they use neoliberalism. They get a bunch of people. We were just talking about it too. The believe all women, the Me Too crowd, that's all now silent about Joe Biden. See how effective they are at making the left vote against their own interests? They're really backing Joe Biden, a warmonger, a pro-banking, openly wants to gut Medicare for all. Like now more than ever in the middle of this pandemic, I think we need Medicare for all. We need free healthcare for everybody. Because if you get COVID-19 and you have to go to the hospital, even for a week or two, and you come out and you're better, you're going to have anywhere from a $15,000 to $30,000 hospital bill. That's if you have insurance. What? Now more than ever, we need Medicare for all, but these idiots still vote against it. And they're still, the Bernie bros are mean to me online, lefties. And I'm even hesitant to call myself a progressive anymore because that term's been so co-opted by liars like Liz Warren and Klobuchar and Biden. And I'm a progressive. Anyone can say that. I'm an anti-war, anti-imperialist, socialist. I'm a democratic socialist. And that's what we need to do. We need to be about the workers, especially now. Right now, this moment, workers have the leverage. For the first time since the Great Depression, we have the leverage. The frontline workers, the McDonald's workers, they're shutting down a McDonald's. The Amazon strike. We have the power now. We should not go to McDonald's and we should all cancel. I don't have an Amazon Prime account. I canceled that. I don't buy on Amazon. Shop on a small, do that. That's what we all have to do now. Because I don't know if the neoliberals, some of them are going to wake up. They're going to see, oh, fuck, we need Medicare for all. How are we going to pay for it crowd? The dummies on the left, how are we going to pay for Medicare for all? I mean, I love Bernie, but how are we going to pay for it? No one's saying that anymore now, are they? How are we going to pay for it? Nobody is saying that. So that's what we got to do, Robert. We combat this by just showing them stats and statistics and facts. And don't waste energy arguing with them. If they're going to say stupid crap, go, all right, you sound like a Republican, thanks. These are Republican talking points. MAGA 2020. They're just dumb, But we need to embrace the labor issues. We need to get behind general strikes. We need to support striking workers. We need to advocate for workers' rights and Medicare for all. We just need to demand it. And if they want to sit on the sidelines and tell you that Joe Biden is a hero because Obama's tweets were nice, then fuck them. Fuck them. They're going to lose their home and their business, and they should suck on a fucking COVID-19 lollipop. Edward Dunning, shave your knuckles for justice. Have you done a piece on state banks like North Dakota? I know LA lost it in the ballot recently. I have talked that a little bit, but Edward, I haven't done a specific piece on that. When I was talking about we wanted public banks. The state of California is actually trying to get public banks in there because there's so much money being made in legalized marijuana. They're realizing that. So it's one of those things I talk about on a local level, petition to get and push to get public banks wherever you live. Now more than ever. Because the banks just got $4.25 trillion, and it's going to reopen as an Applebee's or a Chipotle or a fucking Citibank cafe or some bullshit like that. That's what's coming. So I would push for public banks. I would push for worker cooperatives. Just start creating that in your backyard. I mean, petition the lawmakers in Washington, D.C. to do their thing. But we got to do both at the same time, because just hoping that someone's going to come in and Teddy Roosevelt's going to show up and antitrust and trust busters and yay, the top down approach. And I don't see it happening because Bernie was our last hope and he's acquiescing to them. So I don't know. But yeah, we lost the public bank this time, but we'll get it again. Look, we lost 5-6 years ago. Putting legalizing recreational marijuana was on the ballot in like 2013 or 2014 or something like that, and it lost, but it got passed again in 2018. So we're going to do that again. We're going to get public banks passed. People are going to really realize it now. They're going to realize it now. Oh, I signed up for a Wells Fargo payroll protection loan, and then Wells Fargo's fucking me, and and all the people who are making legitimate money selling legal weed, they can't take credit card. They can't, the banks. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that. Hey, Gray, what's up? Shave your knuckles for justice. Never got the Bush or Obama stimulus. Triple play. Ray Foley. What's up, Ray? Shave your knuckles for justice. Movement for a people's party. Now no freedom of assembly, i.e. protest, pandemic. No in-person protests. But this is the point. I don't think the ruling class thought this through. We can all do a general strike from the comfort of our own homes. We can all do that. We don't have to protest in a square or downtown or whatever. We can all do that from the comfort of our own homes, man. And again, look what they're doing at that McDonald's, right? In Compton, they're driving in cars, blocking. Get creative, man. Get creative. Darth Buzzkill. Shave the knuckles for justice, Darth. If I hit the lottery anytime soon, I will fund you and Jimmy for a show together. Thank you. I appreciate that. Just the thought. I appreciate that. Who do you think the DNC is going to shove out to go against Trump? We all know Biden is only weeks from implosion. It's Cuomo. They're teeing up Cuomo. Yeah, Biden, it's getting to the point where they can't even pretend he doesn't have dementia in these regular interviews he's doing. So they're teeing up Cuomo. That's what's going to happen. They're going to either call out Biden's dementia or he's going to get COVID-19. And they're going to say, oh, he's got COVID. And Cuomo's going to step up. That's who they're going to put in there. And I don't know, his running mate's going to be Hillary Clinton or something. Just watch. Hillary is she's hiding. She's waiting to jump out at any moment and go, I can help. Right? Just watch. Just watch. Kelsey McKenzie, what's up, Kelsey? Thank you for supporting the show. White CD, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Is the Atlanta date still on? Hopefully things get better. So we've had to postpone the April dates, which are in Seattle and Portland, obviously. We're going to reschedule everything. The May dates, which were Indy, Detroit, and Cleveland, we're going to have to probably reschedule those. So far, June is still on the books. But I don't know. We'll wait and see. Right now, it's on the books. If this thing keeps going, we're going to just keep pushing our tour dates into the fall. We're going to reschedule everywhere, and even if we have to push it into 2021, we will. All the cities we were planning on going to, we will get there eventually. I obviously can't give a timeline. I have no idea. We're all at the mercy of this together. But we will get back to Atlanta because we had a great time there. And believe me, man, Ron and I, the minute we get the all clear from the government to start doing shows again, we are going to do it hard because I staying in my apartment is driving me a little insane. So I will be out there. So thank you. If Hillary becomes VP, Cuomo would be gone in a week. Lone assassination is per usual. No, I don't know if they would kill him. He would just trip and fall down a set of steak knives or something like that. Maybe he'd hang himself with a paper T-shirt. I mean, that's plausible, right? Epstein clearly killed himself. He's so despondent about what he had done. He hung himself with a paper T-shirt, and we know from the video. Oh wait, that disappeared. Anyway, come on, don't be a tinfoil hat guy. So let's do this story. Let's do this story. Hit the like button, everybody. Please hit the like button. Citizens of Gotham. Citizens of Gotham. I want to get this. I love showing this shit. I love showing this. Oh, This is gonna be great. I'm gonna do a story here. I'm gonna do a little segment real quick. I just gotta put this in there so everybody sees it. Hit the like button, everybody. 347 likes. Hit the like button. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Don't quit it. Like button. Boom, boom, boom. Granny Petro was in Graham and Ron's virtual comedy show 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So we're doing, just so you know, Ron and I are doing another Zoom live show. It's this Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific. You can get tickets at grahamelwood.com. The tickets are $5. And we ask that if you're watching with several people in your home or whatever, that you buy a ticket for each person. We will email you the Zoom link a little bit before the show on Saturday, so you can watch on Zoom. They're super fun. We've done 2 of them already, and you can see everybody on Zoom, and we have some people unmute their microphones so we can hear laughter, which is a lot of fun. So grahamelwood.com and check that out. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. So we're seeing the media pushing certain people. Like Mario Cuomo seems so presidential, right? And here in California, Gavin Newsom gave a speech yesterday where he talked about all the things that California needs. He's talking about we're opening up hospital beds. He literally did the speech in the Sleep Train Center, which is the arena in Sacramento where the Sacramento Kings play. They're an NBA basketball team. All of those arenas have been shut down because none of the sports leagues are playing, obviously. So he's like, and you saw construction people in the background. And it's like, okay, that's, he's talking about we're going to get this many beds here. We want to get up to 50,000 beds to be ready because California is like bracing for this big surge, this big uptick, right? And nobody wants to have it get as bad as New York City. Which is okay. That's what you should be doing. That's what the leaders should be doing. And this is how he's presented. California Governor Newsom says more tests coming. State asks public for medical supplies. This was April 4th. And they present him in this very positive light. Right? So that was April 4th, which was Saturday. Yesterday, he gave the speech talking about opening up hospital beds. And you watch him speak and you go, okay, all right. That's all right. He sounds like, all right. But here's the thing the mainstream media didn't cover. California issues first new fracking permits since July. That also happened Saturday, April 4th. The decision to issue permits are angered environmental groups who say the process pollutes groundwater and the air. And again, even the reporting of this story is that bullshit corporate media like, well, there's 2 sides to it. These environmental groups don't like fracking. These people say fracking's okay. You decide. Like they can't even go, this is bullshit. This is criminal. He's using the COVID pandemic to get this passed through, right? That's Gavin Newsom. See this? This is from NPR. Wow, he looks so presidential. Here's what he's really doing. Fucking us with fracking. Do you think we need more fracking-induced earthquakes or contaminated water? Would that be good during a pandemic? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. So tell me, is it a fracking-induced earthquake? Is an explosion? Is that good for a pandemic? People are already scared and can't work, and money's tight, and shelves are empty. Is that good? It's Gavin Newsom is a Democrat. He's a fake fucking progressive. He's another neoliberal. California halted all fracking permits last year after Governor Gavin Newsom fired the state's top oil and gas regulator after a report showed new wells increased 35% since Newsom took office. So he got caught. Fracking as usual, baby. You know who sent me this? The Sunrise Movement sent me this. I'm on their mailing list. And the Sunrise Movement, which is largely young people, teenagers into their early 20s, they got no time for this Democratic Party, especially in California, because this is a blue state, right? It's run by the Democratic Party. The state assembly, it's all Democrats. The Congress, the Senate, at the federal level, all Democrats. The governor's a Democrat, right? The last time we had a Republican governor was jackass Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he replaced an utterly corrupt Gray Davis, Democratic. Right? So he got busted. The Sunrise Movement has been so critical of him, and good for them, good for the Sunrise Movement. So when he got caught, he's like, oh boy, we got to stop this, and acted all like, whoa, gee, how did this happen? Golly woo, I'm going to do something, gave a tough speech, and lies. California issued 24 hydraulic fracturing permits on Friday. Gee, no one's talking in the middle. It's like Cuomo shut down all those hospital beds. And I don't see anybody on MSNBC take a break from sucking his dick to fucking talk about how many goddamn hospital beds he shut down while New York is really taking the brunt of this. They're stacking up bodies in hospitals in New York. He shut down hospital beds. He should be getting crucified during this. Instead, they're trying to say how presidential he is. Gavin Newsom, they're trying to stroke him. The Democratic leadership would love Newsom or Cuomo to be up in the White House. Fracking permits. In the middle of a pandemic, no one's talking about this. I am. That's why you're here. That's why you need a comedian wearing a podcast t-shirt in his apartment is the best news you're going to get. Because, you know, this earpiece is just for me to hear clips. There's not a producer in there going, oh, stop telling the truth. I'm not wearing a three-piece suit because I don't get paid that kind of cash. I got to wear a free t-shirt. In November, the California Geologic Energy Management Division asked for an independent scientific review of its permitting process. The Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory completed that review, and Friday the state issued 24 permits. This independent lab that gets money from construction, oil, and blah, blah, blah. Independent. This is the scam. This is the fake scam. Oh, we're an independent lab. They say it's safe. Oh, God, like the oil lobby didn't infiltrate this lab. 24 permits to air and as well for the wells in North Belge and South Belridge oil fields in Kern County near Bakersfield. So I've been to Bakersfield numerous times. There's kids I'm a big brother to, lives up there. It's very working class, Bakersfield. And it doesn't have a lot of wealthy people. Because you couldn't set these goddamn fracking wells up in like Marin County or where all the money is in Silicon Valley. You couldn't set this up there. You couldn't set this up in Simi Valley, in Bel Air, in Thousand Oaks, in any of the wealthy areas in Southern California or Northern California. No way. Why is that? Is it just they're the best ones? Fracking the poor. This was from about 4 years ago. A 5-month investigation, 6 years ago, November 2014. A 5-month investigation reveals that fracking operations in California are disproportionately concentrated in poor communities of color. There's the Democratic Party, boy. So inclusive, so diverse, and maybe causing alarming health effects. Why isn't everybody screaming about this? Because the oil companies buy ad time on the big media. Healthcare companies spend money on advertising in the media. So actually, this pandemic hysteria is probably good for their business. Everyone's like, we need more masks. We need a vaccine. And pharmaceutical companies going to show up. It's probably going to be one of Bill Gates' companies and go, oh, look, we got a vaccine. Everyone's going to be, yay, they're heroes. And it's going to be, they're using this for money. If the corporate media and all the politicians in this country and around the world treated climate collapse the way we're treating this pandemic, we could actually defend. We could defend this planet from extinction. We could defend the human race from extinction. Nah, we're just going to stick it to the poor people, and we're going to do that. So this is from 6 years ago. So these 24 fracking permits that Gavin Newsom just approved on Friday, April 4th, in the middle of the pandemic hysteria, LA's going to get hit. LA's going to get hit. Oh, by the way, here's a little. See how these are always used as distractions, right? We had impeachment. We got Russia. We're not talking about Epstein. We're not talking about climate collapse. Trump fracking plan targets over 1 million acres in California, including Kern County. This was about a year ago, April 26th. So Gavin Newsom was real before the pandemic, all tough talk. Trump's bad, Trump's bad. He's telling me but that's all talk. That's professional wrestling, baby. That's they're both getting paid by the oil folks. He's in bed. Look at this. This is the Democratic Party. Here's a quote from a consumer watchdog group about what just happened with the 24 permits on Friday, April 4th, 2020. Again, Trump was fracking a year ago. Everyone was okay with it. Gavin Newsom got busted in July and was like, ooh, we better shut down all those fracking permits. Hey, we're in the middle of a pandemic. No one will notice if we open up some fracking. No one will notice. With the entire state shut down and kids out of school, what purpose could approving these fracking permits have now other than to do a solid for the oil industry when no one is watching? Jamie Court, president of Consumer Watchdog. Hey, oil companies, I know you're hurting because nobody's driving their cars anymore, but here's 24 permits just to wet your whistle. I got re-election coming up soon. I might want to get to the White House. Come on. Boy, that oil lobby really helps a guy get to the White House. The permits issued Friday do not include the process known as cyclic steaming. It's similar to fracking, but uses steam instead of water. It's the type of process Chevron uses at an oil field in the Central Valley that leaked more than 1.3 million gallons of oil and water last summer. Why is this in the article, and why do I bring this up? Because if anyone presses Gavin Newsom on this, people go, yeah, but he picked a safer version. He'll go with this. This was approved by an independent. Remember, I just showed you that? An independent laboratory, and it's safer than the other way. I grow my own heroin. That's what I'm selling you, my homegrown organic heroin. I'm selling that to your children. It's not like that bad heroin that those criminals do. That's what they're trying to say. Fracking is awful for the environment. It's awful. It poisons the water. There's cancer clusters. There's all the health effects. I just showed you this article and maybe causing alarming health effects. That's from 2014. They only do it in poor communities. But it'll be it's unbelievable. This is that lesser of two evils, neoliberal, stupid mentality. Hey, wait a minute now. And literally, we've seen blue check people say this about Joe Biden as the better of the two rapists. He's better than Trump. Literally, women have said, if I had to pick between two rapists, I'll take the one with better policies. So if we have to, how about no fracking? How about no rapist candidates for president? How about that? Gee, there is a guy that has no women accusing him. His name is Bernie Sanders. Oh, sorry. Democratic Party shuns him, and he won't call out the corruption of the Democratic Party. So we're stuck with this, the lesser of two frackings. Hey, Ted Bundy didn't eat his victims like Jeffrey Dahmer. He was just come on. He just murdered young women, but he wasn't a cannibal. That's what we have. Those are our choices. The lesser of two rapists for president, and the lesser of two frackings. I wonder who donated to Gavin Newsom's campaign in 2018. God, I love opensecrets.org. Transport Workers Union, Caterpillar. Okay, jobs, but what do they do? Fracking. We could, I got no problem giving a union workers and Caterpillar job, giving them jobs. Why don't we give them we've been talking high-speed rail for 10 years and the money just got thrown into a well and no one knows what happened to it. Why not solar panels? Why not, we should be making ventilators in California with American
Californian labor with people that have lost their jobs specifically. You just got laid off. We got a job for you making N95 masks at a field, at a factory. At a couple, we just opened up 4 different factories in California. If you were laid off, you're first in line for a job. Good union paying jobs. That's what the stimulus plan just gave us. No, the stimulus plan didn't. It gave most of the money to banks and it gave us table scraps. So I got no problem with workers, but this is like, we don't need to give them work fracking and poisoning our water because these workers, their kids are going to drink poisoned water too. So think it through. But let's walk up the line here. Oh, Bank of America donated. Bank of America is one of the big banks that totally invests in fracking, invested in the Dakota Access Pipeline. Northrop Grumman, a defense contractor. Good for business. War is good for business. Service Corp International, that sounds sketchy as fuck. Citigroup Inc., another bank. HNTB Holdings. Who's HNTB Holdings? Let's see who they are. Gotta love OpenSecrets.org. Gotta love them. I love that. I don't know who runs it. I love you. These are the top recipients from HNTB Holdings. Team Holcomb, which is this shady ass thing. Friends of this candidate, that candidate. Gavin Newsom for governor. They gave 16 grand. Via Grossa for governor. So, Republican Party of Florida. When a company gives to both Republicans and Democrats, what does that tell you about A, that company, and B, our political system? I love the Democratic Party is better. They both get financed with the same filthy corporations. Georgia House Republicans, so they're donating to Republicans in Florida, in Georgia. Gavin Newsom for governor. But who is HNTB? Construction services, engineering, architecture, and construction. HNTB Holdings, they're a PAC out of Kansas City that does construction. Weird that they would donate to a governor who then would approve 24 fracking permits, which is construction. Boy, Gavin Newsom sure is presidential. That's how you get to the White House. Take money from corporations, put on a brave face to make your dumb constituents think you're some kind of fighting for them progressive when you're not. Or a right wing, I'm going to stick it to the fat cats in D.C. No, you're owned by them. This is just a sampling of the total donations HNTB did in 2018. Total Democrats, 37 grand. Total Republicans, 56 grand. Now, this is in 42 and 58. Why did they give more to Republicans? Because in 2018, that was before, right? So Republicans controlled the House. That's why they gave more money to Republicans. I guarantee you in 2019, those numbers aren't released yet. But in 2019, they will have given more money because remember when we took over, the Democrats took over the House in 2018, the midterms, they all got sworn in January of 19. So that's when there was more. And I guarantee you they started giving more money. Who's ever in charge, they're going to give the money to. But look, Democrats, Republicans alike, this is just a sampling. So that's Gavin Newsom. Sitting there talking tough, and I'm watching like, wow, he sounds like a good leader. That's your job as governor. We're in the middle of a fucking crisis. You should be like setting up hospitals. That's your job. Like our leadership is so shitty and corrupt in this country. We got to watch Trump fucking step on his dick 10 times a day doing this, talking about, we're all gonna be back by Easter, and listen to that idiot. So the bar is so low that when a guy just is doing what you're supposed to do as a governor, you've told all your residents of your state you can't work, to stay at home. There's a stay-at-home order in California. We've had it for 2 weeks now. You should be doing that, prepping for it. The numbers are coming. You get more hospitals. That's your job. But this is why you come to this show. I show you who he really is. I show you who he really is. Looks slick. He's got his hair. Boo. Don't ever vote. Don't ever vote. Don't ever vote for a Democrat again. Don't do it. They're awful. So are the Republicans. They're awful. Why are they awful? They're all paid by the same assholes. These assholes pay these assholes. This construction asshole company. And you know what we could be doing? We could put this construction company to work redoing our infrastructure. We could have a Green New Deal that put everybody to work. We should be putting everybody to work making masks and ventilators, but it's just filthy scams for fracking, which is going to kill our planet and end the human race. Good luck, though. Hope you got to be governor for a couple of years. Thanks for watching the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom, everybody. Boom, boom, pow. There's our boy Gavin. Was it fun learning about Gavin, kids? Did you like to get to know who Gavin is? Graham, in Illinois on Channel 11, they are airing your First Nations comedy show. Oh, awesome. Moose Gal. Yeah, the First Nations comedy is now on Pluto TV. It's on, I'll tell you all the places it's on. Let's see. Yes, here are the places it's all on. It's on Amazon Prime. I wouldn't recommend watching it there. It's on Hoopla. It's on Pluto TV. It's on Tubi, and it's on Vimeo. Holy shit, that's awesome. It's going to be in the Comedy Dynamics channel, which will be premiering on Samsung, Roku, Redbox, IMDb, and more locations each month. So that is fantastic. That's fantastic, everybody. So please check that out. Thank you, everybody. All right. So thank you for watching that show. 400 likes, 403 likes. Right on, everybody. Right on. Let me go back here, see if anyone is. Did show up. Hit that like button. Got to head off to virtual class where an old hippie will try to convince me to be a wage slave. Greta, drink your fracking water, Greta. It makes your face smile. You always have a frown, angry at adults. You should like what we've done. Boom. We do need a third party in this country. Let me make sure. Asshole pipeline. Right on. Right on. COVID-19 fight is nothing more than Marxism on the march. Welcome to the USSA, yeah. All Progressive Network ASAP. Ooh, great idea. I love that. All right, let's read some super chats. Chemical Shad, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. With a government this corrupt and inept, libertarianism is looking better and better. They took all the property and cash. Next is rights. Thoughts? You know, I used to be a libertarian when I was a lot younger, and I can't, right now, what we need is more democratic socialism. We need free healthcare. We need $2,000 a month UBI, and we need a rent freeze, and we need all these things. We need free testing. We need to be testing everyone in the whole goddamn country. That's how South Korea got ahead of this thing. They tested everybody. And not only that, we need to be putting everyone to work. NAFTA, thanks to the Clintons and Bushes, but shipped all of the manufacturing jobs overseas. So now we got to wait to buy masks and equipment from China. We should just be making that all here. Just ramp up the production. I mean, Trump would even use the Defense Production Act. That's what it was for. Ramp up, like this is it. If they talk about it's a war, then do what the Production Act was for. I mean, you've got companies like Ford and General Electric just doing it of their own accord. We're going to make ventilators, but we should be putting, everyone just got laid off. Everybody just got fucking laid off. 10 million unemployment claims in a week. Gee, it sounds like there's 10 million people that could all be put to work making fucking ventilators and masks and shit. Like, let's get on it. So I don't agree with libertarianism, because it's libertarian is like it doesn't take care of the least, the least protected among us. And what a real society should do, what democratic socialism does, and democratic socialism has nothing to do with the totalitarian, authoritarian communism of like the Stalin era Soviet Union. It's everyone should be taken care of. You want to end homelessness? End fucking capitalism. 8,000 people die every day around the world, every day, from hunger. This evil virus called hunger, there's a cure for it. The vaccine is called food. But you know what? That virus doesn't affect the wealthy, so they don't give a shit about it. And we could end hunger today. Capitalism causes hunger. When you have people hoarding stuff, that's why we don't have enough. There is enough to go around. There isn't enough to go around. If 1% of the population owns 90% of the wealth, then there isn't enough to go around. And that's why they want to just kill half the fucking planet so they can stay in their mansions and have their private jets and their vacation homes and all that other shit, ride around on their polo horses like a bunch of degenerate fucksticks. All the homeless in housing, we're going to do that. Oh, now we can get it done. Can't seem to figure it out until there's a pandemic. So thanks for bringing that question up. Those are my thoughts on it. I appreciate you supporting the show. Brent McKinney, boom. Ugh, Randy Rainbow's Andy video yesterday. Ari Cuomo. Ugh. These people are so quickly duped. They're so quickly duped. Everyone's just so looking, most people are followers and they're just looking for a leader. And so they see this one guy, oh, he'll save it. And when you get people scared, they'll fall for anything. That's why they're always trying to keep us scared. That's why the American media is all about keeping us divided, distracted, and afraid. That is their whole purpose. And now, man, they're on overdrive. Every day it's just like COVID, murdering your face. So everyone's scared and they want us isolated like that. So then when they start pushing their lies about, well, Coleman, him and his brother joking about nipple rings. Oh, those guys are great. What? A governor and a guy in the media and the corporate media working together, nobody sees a problem with that? Nobody sees a problem? We've all been lied to for so long, nobody can even see. We all grew up in an alcoholic home where you're lied to and told everything's great when it isn't. And you're like, wait, I think I was abused. No, you weren't. That's what's happening in America. So everybody thinks the Cuomo brothers, they're like the new sitcom stars. Like nobody sees how fucking corrupt the whole system is. And they're just falling for it again. It's like America just loves falling for stupid bullshit every day. Wake up. What can you lie to me about that I'll swallow wholesale? And when you call out the lies of it, they get mad at the messenger. How many dumb fuck neoliberals or fuckstick Trumpers, idiots, morons, dead-faced shitbags who you point them out to the truth, and instead of hearing the truth, they're mad at you for telling them that their hero, Hillary or Trump or Obama or rapey Biden, aren't the people they said they were. Instead of going, shit, I didn't know that. They're mad at you. It's like, hey, mom and dad are fucking abusive alcoholics. Shut up. That's what it is. Okay. You get what you deserve, America. Jim Garrison, tinfoil hat guy here. What's up, Jim? Keep that tinfoil hat on tight. Jameson Doan, what's up, Jameson? Thanks for supporting the show. Graham, the Lawrence National Lab is a Department of Energy national lab. It's not private. It's a federal research center, of course. Thank you for that clarification, Jameson. It just shows once again that it was just another scam. Oh, an independent lab. They're funded by the feds. Of course the feds are down with fracking permits. There we go. Thanks. Thank you for that.
Thank you for that clarification. Love it. Jesus. So corrupt. Pessimistic college student, shave your knuckles for justice. You're making Gotham great again. I bought a ticket for your and Ron's April Seattle, Washington show. I haven't received an update on how the show will be done. Is it canceled? Yes, we will be sending out emails on that. I'm going to talk to Ron today, but yeah, we're going to have to reschedule. The actual venue has gone out of business because of this pandemic. It works, I believe, with Brown Paper Tickets is our ticketing company. I'll have Ron send an email to everybody, but you can get a refund through Brown Paper Tickets, and or I believe the option is you can hang on to your ticket, and as soon as we reissue the new date, then you already have your ticket purchased. But that's your decision. If you want to get a refund now and buy a ticket later, you're more than welcome to do that. But we'll make an announcement in the next day or two officially. But the April shows are canceled. They're rescheduled, I should say. I'm so sorry, pessimistic college student. Believe me, no one is more bummed about not doing live shows than I am. Me and Ron. Ron and I. Sorry. Yeah, fucking sucks. But we're doing a live one this Saturday, 5 o'clock Pacific time. Go to grandmama.com. Tickets are only $5. BA, what's up? Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Yay for early Graham show. Thanks. I really appreciate your coverage of the ruling elites and Epstein and other topics mainstream media ignores. It's important to keep repeating the message to get people talking. Yep. We got to wake people up, man. They think their political heroes are so great, and they're not. They're not. They're not. So, yeah, I'll keep doing it. I'm doing more Epstein stuff again. So, did the Bill Gates one. I'm going to drop that later. Farkas Garvey, boom. Have you seen any Biden 2020 bumper stickers yet? None. I've seen absolute zero. None of them. None. None of them at all. Epstein's getting butt fucked in hell. Yep. Okay. Biden's campaign is out of money. We need never Biden stickers. Absolutely. More people than you realize how these viruses are connected to me. Yep. Just voted in Wisconsin. Gotta hope you were safe. Thank you, Krista. I'm trying to have a good heart. They're having some kind of coffee discussion. Well, that's interesting. 422 likes. Hit the like button. Boom, 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 boom. And don't pay attention to Biden. He's never made sense. Yes. Graham, third-party ticket, Jesse Ventura and Robert Kennedy Jr. being floated. Oh, wow, interesting. Show Erico some love. That's a bummer, especially now in the middle of this. I live alone, and I wish I had a dog or a cat right now. I can never have one because I'm usually traveling so much, and if I had to put, that'd be a bummer. I had this dog, Casey. My mom got it when I was like 18 in college. He was a border collie. Well, he was a mutt, but he was mainly border collie. He was an amazing dog. And I didn't have dogs growing up. She got it when I started college. And they took him to obedience school. He was a fantastic dog. And border collies are so smart. And God, I love that dog. He was such a great dog. And it was so great. He was smart and fun, and he had all this big energy, and
He was really, really fantastic. He was a lovely animal. So I really understand that. And I'm sorry you got to go through that tomorrow. I really am. Show Eric some love, everybody. That's a bummer. Hello from the Ukraine. What's up? You can bring your cat on planes with emotional support animal. I didn't know that. Okay. Jesse said he'd pick Cynthia McKinney for his VP. Right on. What's up, Brian P? All right. Read a couple more super chats, then I got another segment, and then we'll wrap this bad puppy up. Cureforcancer.co. What's up, Dominic? Boom. The World Health Organization threatened to take people from their homes. Fasting for 3 weeks strengthens the immune system and protects from viruses. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Interesting. Oh. Ricky Williams. Boom. Trump. Nothing is ever my job or fault as president. Also Trump. Everything is Obama's fault. Yeah, God, Trump. Such a jackwagon. But it's blame the Democrats. That's why we have Trump. The Democrats, I hate Trump, he's awful. Yeah, okay. Democrats gave him. That's why we have him. 8 years of Obama. You would think if Obama had been the guy we all wanted him to be, there's no way anyone in this country would have voted for anyone other than a Democrat. Obama, he came in and kept everybody in their homes with the stimulus. I mean, if he would have actually given me the stimulus money that was allocated what it was supposed to do and kept me in my home, I'd be singing Obama's praises to this day. He kept me in my home, man. I lost money and work because of the recession. He came in, they put me on a 3-month forbearance. They cut my mortgage in half. They restructured the loan. I stayed in my house. I still own it. I would be saying that, but that didn't happen. He dropped more bombs than Bush. 6 million foreclosures, 3 million people deported. He built the cages at the border. Neoliberals got their heads so far up their fucking asses. They think their body's a hat. That's a joke from my friend Jimmy Pardo. Roger Bird Bear. What's up, Roger? Thank you for supporting the show, man. Shave your knuckles for justice. From Adam Smith's audiobook, Wealth of Nations. The annual labor of every nation is the fund which originally supplies it with all of the necessities and conveniences of life, which it annually consumes. Jesus Christ. I'm going to read that again, Roger. The annual labor of every nation is the fund which originally supplies it with all the necessities and conveniences of life, which it annually consumes. Yeah. Labor. Right now, more than ever, this is the time when workers of America have real leverage. Go on a general strike, man. Shut down the food, shut down the medical stuff. See how quickly your needs get met. No more money to the banks, or nobody gets their groceries. No more money. We get a real stimulus, a real bailout. We get Medicare, we get free health care. Everybody gets free health care, free testing for COVID-19, student debt forgiveness. That's what should be happening right now. Instead, they give $4.25 trillion to the fucking banks. They should go, student debt forgiveness, done. No one has to worry about that bill anymore. Rent freeze, right? Rent and mortgage. Don't have to pay rent and mortgages for 3 months minimum. We might extend it to 6 months. No one has to pay those bills. Everything's frozen. Okay, and that's where you give money to the banks to pay for all of the rents and mortgages? Fine. You don't have to pay that. Free health care and $2,000 a month UBI. Now, today. The workers have the power for that right now, more than ever. Ricky Williams, boom.
Against stock buybacks, but if they must, rather than a 1-year ban, push it to 12 or more. We know a recession happens every 7 to 10. Let's experiment. Yeah. No, you're right. I'm against. There should be no stock buybacks. That's another filthy scam that they do. But I mean, I hear what you're saying, Ricky. Yeah, if we gotta fight for table scraps, let's try to make it a little more beneficial for us, because the recessions do happen every 7 to 10 years. But they should just fuck these big corporations. Fuck them. All these small businesses are going to go under. Well, they're not too big. All these companies are too big to fail. You know, the small business is the real generator of labor and revenue in this country. If you combine all the small businesses together, we have more jobs and labor and money and tax revenue and everything. We generate more revenue than everybody. Think about that. And I'm a small business owner that travels for a living. You know how many jobs are impacted for one comedian to travel? Let me just break it down. So I have to take a Lyft or an Uber to the airport, or maybe I get a friend, but I travel too much. So if you travel for a living, the asking a friend thing gets worn out real quick. So I have to either pay for parking by the airport or take like an Uber or Lyft. I take Lyft, right? So let's take a Lyft. So that was the Lyft money. There's one job impacted right there. And the Lyft company, all the programmers involved in Lyft that do the app, so they get a little taste. So I impact all of those jobs, right? There's the plane ticket, so the airline gets the money, right? And all of that goes for the gate agents, or first of all, the people, because I usually have to check a big bag. I get free check bags because I fly a lot. That's where all my merch is, right? So let's say Ron and I go on the road for 3-4 days. So I have a big merch bag. So I got to check that. So the baggage handlers and all those people. Then I go through security. So there's all the TSA people, right? And in your plane, when you buy a plane ticket, there's little fees in there. That goes to pay for TSA. So the 3 or 4 people through the TSA line, right? Then I go to the United Club or get food but anywhere. So I'm waiting before, and there's usually some type of food. So there's all the people in the United Club or at the restaurant, the food service, the janitors, all those people. Then there's all the gate agents. Then there's all the people on the plane. Again, the baggage people putting it on, the flight crew, the pilots, the flight attendants, all those, that crew that comes in and cleans each plane, the plane lands, they come in, they crew. So there's all those people, all the money that my plane ticket is impacting all of those jobs. And then when I land, if I'm getting a rental car, so that's all the people working for the rental car company are impacted. Then I go to the hotel. All the people who work at the hotel are impacted. So now my trip is now hundreds of people are impacted by me traveling, one person traveling, right? Then there's the comedy club. Everyone who works at the comedy club. All the money that's generated, right? All the audience is coming to see us, to see Ron and I, or the Jimmy Show, right? So the wait staff, the food service, the cooks, all the people at the comedy club, the people taking tickets, the security people, whatever, however big the club or theater is, it's exponential how much staff that they have. But then there's just the liquor distributors, the food distributors, where that restaurant or nightclub or bar, they then, they buy the drinks, the alcohol from an alcohol distributor, the food from a few, so all that stuff. You go to a comedy club and you get a basket of food and a couple of drinks. All those jobs are impacted, all of them. And then when I'm on the road, there's restaurants you got to go to. We got to eat out. So we're always eating out. Each restaurant staff. Then there's like, oh shit, I need to go get fill in the blank. I need a new toothbrush. I need to whatever. I got to go to a Walgreens or someplace like that, Rite Aid, and buy that stuff. Then after the show, I sell merchandise. So there's all the people that make the merch. There's the people that make my t-shirts. First, there's the blank t-shirts that are actually from the factory that hand sews the t-shirts together. I have any of those companies.
And I'm selling that to people. I'm one guy, one comedian with a YouTube show, and look at all the jobs that are impacted by me going on the road. But you gave the banks a bailout. Okay, cool. Old Dave, what's up, old Dave? Shave your knuckles for justice. Feeling pretty hopeless? People like you keep me going. I appreciate your strength and voice. Love from Omaha. Raw, love Omaha. Dave, Ron and I performed in Omaha in September. Yeah, it's dark times, man. We're all in this together, and that's why I'm trying to do these shows. It helps me feel better, and I want to give back. I want to entertain. That's why I try to keep it light and funny and keep you motivated, and because it helps me stay motivated. Saturday, Ron and I are doing a comedy show, and the comedy shows are just pure fun, man. You know, they're not serious. We're not talking all these heavy subjects. We're just being funny. We're making fun of stuff politically, but it's fun. It's a comedy show. I hope you can make it. And I've already put, so if you can't make the Saturday show at 5 o'clock, if you're a $5 or up Patreon member, I always record the whole live show, the whole Zoom people and everything, and I put it on Patreon and Rockfin. So it's at the $5 level on Patreon, and Rockfin doesn't have tiers. It just says if you pay the $10 subscription fee, you get access to every content creator on Rockfin's premium content. So me, Ron, Convo Couch, everybody. So I'm trying to put as much funny content out there as possible. I'm doing Granny Petrol and Shimshay and all the characters because I have fun doing them because it makes me feel good too. It makes me not feel dark because we can all feel dark during this time. And so I'm trying to do what I can so I don't feel dark, and I don't want you guys to feel dark. I want you to know that we're all in this together, and we're going to get through this, and Ron and I are going to be back on the road. Cureforcancer.co, boom. What do you think about Bernie being offered the Green Party nomination? Oh, fuck. Well, I don't want to get my hopes up. Because had he in 2016 said, all right, Jill, you're my VP, let's do this, it would have been nuts. I don't want to get my hopes up, but let's just break that down if he were to do that. Let's not get our hopes up. Let's not talk about will he, won't he. I don't know about that. Let's not get into, I don't know what he's, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. If you're just asking me, I don't think he will. But if he did, if Bernie said the Democratic Party is completely corrupt, Joe Biden has dementia, and now I can't, I considered him a friend, but these rape allegations are hard to go away from, and it's really, I don't know, we got to believe all women. If Bernie did that, the Democratic Party is so goddamn corrupt, I can't do this anymore. I'm running as the Green Party candidate for president. It would potentially blow up our corrupt political system in a good way. I almost don't want to think about it too much because I kept having my hopes up because Bernie was in the lead, and then they started cheating him and he wouldn't fight back. And so I don't want to get my hopes up that, oh, he's going to run as a Green, because he didn't in 2016. He said no to the draft Bernie people. He still thinks he can reform from within, and he doesn't want to be Ralph Nader. Ralph Nader became ostracized when he ran in 2000. And which Ralph Nader is probably proud of, as well he should be. If Bernie did that, it would be nuts, man, and brought some people with him. But I just don't know that I see, AOC and Omar. I don't see the squad bailing on. They're getting too comfortable now. They've been in office for over a year now. They're getting too comfortable and too pampered and probably too threatened, whatever, a combination of those things by the Democratic establishment. So I don't think Bernie would do it. I would love it if he did. If he did, I would vote for him. I would spend the whole summer going Bernie Green 2020. This is it, and beat Trump with a Green candidate. It would fucking rock this country. It would be the best thing. I would love it. I would fucking Dominic. I would goddamn love that. But I can't get my hopes up.
Thanks for asking that question. Unknown space pioneer. Shave your knuckles for justice. People on Long Island not staying home were the worst hit and still going to parks, walking in the hood in each other's wake, not respecting distances. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's tough. I don't know what it's going to take for people to wake up to that. I went on a bike ride today, but it's like the bike, everyone's spread out. No one's going near each other. I had a face thing on. I had sunglasses and gloves, and most people are pretty much respecting it. But I don't know. I don't know. People who don't think it's that big of a deal with this COVID, I don't know what it's going to take. Them getting it and being in a hospital for 2 weeks and thinking, holy shit. Or someone they know dying. I don't know what it's going to, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. Cool Blue 71, shave your knuckles for justice. Some people don't recognize how interconnected human beings are, and this includes here in the United States. I wish COVID-19 did not exist. Yeah, it's a great point, Cool Blue. I think this thing, the upside I'm seeing from this pandemic is people are starting to realize how interconnected we are and how much we need each other. That's what I'm hoping the takeaway from this is people kind of wake up. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping to. So, Naughty Vegan, what's up? Shave your knuckles for justice. By the way, I've met Shimshay a couple times in the past. The real one? He's a real dude. He's a real dude. Oh, God. That's so fantastic. So fantastic. By the way, bicycle shops are considered essential and are open. Awesome. Cool. Bernie not calling out election rigging is the ultimate sign he's controlled op, which is why going after Tulsi when she actually proposed reforming is puzzling. Yeah, but Tulsi didn't. Tulsi said she wouldn't leave the party either. They're all. I don't trust any of them. Ryan Johnson, when are those political vigilante shirts going to be available online? Soon. I literally have to just go through. I'm going to do this tonight, hopefully. Go through and give my web designer my inventory numbers of how many, I've got, whatever, 23 mediums and 18 smalls or whatever. I need to go through all that stuff, but they'll be available within the week. And as soon as they are, I will put it out on social media and I will announce it at the very next live stream that I do. And I'm doing probably about 5 of these a week. But they'll be out there soon. They'll be out there soon. Trust me, my friend. Right now, I'm suffering with COVID-19 and your videos have made me feel better. And I am told if I don't get better by 3 days, I could die. Jesus, Connor, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. Well, show Connor some love. I hope you can get to a hospital if you're not there already and get on a ventilator, whatever needs to happen, man. Thanks for watching the show, and I'm glad it's bringing some light into your life, and I hope you get better. Holy shit, dude. We need to confront our state board of elections and demand monitored recounts. Yep. Please answer the question. I would like to ask your opinion about AOC and Bernie and the squad. Are they becoming sellout now, in your opinion? It's seeming that way. It's seeming that they're definitely, AOC is already starting. They're already starting to lean and bend their knee a little bit, and they won't call out. AOC won't. They won't call out. They won't call out the election rigging of the Democratic Party. They won't call it out. So I feel like, yeah. And Omar said she'll back Joe Biden. They've all said they'll back Joe Biden. So I'm beginning to feel like they're all just, are they like deep state operatives? I don't know that it's that, Manchurian candidate-y, but I just think that they got in there with, we're going to shake things up. And then the Democratic establishment just comes in and threatens them and promises them this and that, and they start making these concessions. So they're just part of the problem. You can't reform the Democratic Party from within. You just can't. You just cannot. You cannot. It's impossible. And I don't care how noble they were initially. They can't. Yeah, Fugazis. Yeah. 461 likes. Hit the like button. I got another segment. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Ode. You are watching The Political Vigilante. A great way to support the show is go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood, where you could submit articles like this, very topical. This was submitted by Patreon member Eric Housseau. Coronavirus, India's pandemic lockdown turns into a human tragedy. There's so many like dominoes that have fallen with regard to this thing that nobody saw or didn't predict or should have thought of or whatever. It's shown, this has never happened in any of our lifetimes. So this is what happened in India. Last week's lockdown in India turned them into refugees overnight. Their workplaces were shut. Their most employees and contractors who paid them vanished. So here's what happens in India. I'll tell you this, though. All over India, millions of migrant workers are fleeing its shuttered cities and trekking home to their villages. So India has these millions of migrant workers who all come from the rural areas to go work in the big cities for jobs. Now, India has started to kind of, in the last 5-10 years, their economy has started to grow up a little bit. And they're one of these emerging economies. They're still sort of third world in some ways, but they're trying to move into the second world, So when Modi shut the streets, and it was like, oh my God, it made the situation worse. I mean, it would be like like Los Angeles. Let's just take Los Angeles. It has about 3 million people in the city limits, but probably all of LA is about 1 million people. Let's say, 8 million of those people all didn't live really in LA. They were all just like migrant workers who then all went back to small towns in California, Nevada, and Arizona, let's say for an example. And then you had 8 million people all trying to get out and all packed in on trains and buses and roads and car. That would be a huge problem. And that's what they're having. These informal workers are the backbone of the big city economy, constructing houses, cooking food, serving in eateries, delivering takeaways, cutting hair in salons, making automobiles, plumbing toilets, and delivering newspapers, among other things. This is an actual photo from the article. It just shows, look at this, everybody packed in there. Some people have masks. There's no social distancing. This is chaos. This is dangerous. The staggering exodus was reminiscent of the flight of refugees during the bloody partition of 1947. Millions of bedraggled refugees had then trekked to East and West Pakistan in a migration that displaced 15 million people. This is when they had the split between India and Pakistan. India is Hindu, Pakistan is Muslim. But this article goes in and talks to actual people on the road who's going back since this got shut down. Others on the road included a 5-year-old boy who was on a 434-mile journey by foot with his father, a construction worker, from Delhi to their home in Madhya Pradesh state in central India. Walking 434 miles by foot, you just lost work, you've just been laid off, and oh, by the way, we're in the middle of a pandemic. But Jeff Bezos just bought a $150 million home in Los Angeles that he didn't need. He already has 4 or 5 homes. And he flies in a $75 million private jet. He has $158 billion to his name. He could end this problem. Capitalism is the problem. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, forgive me for mispronouncing this, implored the workers not to leave the capital. He asked them to stay wherever you are because in large gatherings you are also at the risk of being infected with the coronavirus.
He said his government would pay their rent and announced the opening of 568 food distribution centers in the capital. Prime Minister Modi apologized for the lockdown, which has caused difficulties in your lives, especially the poor people, adding these tough measures were needed to win the battle. So the India government is saying they're supposedly this poor country, but they have the money to pay rent and food distribution. They're paying rent and giving food to their citizens. Even in the middle of this chaos, they're doing that. We can't do that here. We get $1,200 and maybe we'll get some loan that we might not have to pay back, but probably will, and it'll be used by the banks to steal our businesses. Jesus. Even amidst all this chaos, they didn't plan it, and they didn't think about the migrant workers all wanting to leave. They're still taking care of rent and food. A senior fellow, Partha, I can't pronounce that last name, Mukhopadhyay, the senior fellow at Delhi's Center for Policy Research, suggests that 35,000 village councils in these 56 potentially sensitive districts should be involved to test returning workers for the virus and isolate infected people in local facilities. This pandemic's bigger than we think. But we're not talking about any of this stuff on the corporate media. One of you had to send me this. Thank you, Eric, for sending me this story. Something we didn't even think about here in America. I didn't even realize this was going on. I mean, I figured India was having to deal with they have over 1 billion people that live in that country. And even with all they're a third world country, and they don't have as much money as we do, and all this, that, and the other thing, they're still like, oh, we're going to pay your rent and give you food. So thank you, Eric, for supporting the show by sending that article. You too can go to patreon.com/GrahamElwood or rockfin.com/GrahamElwood, blockchain cryptocurrency platform. Like, share, subscribe. Watch the ads all the way through. If you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Another great way to support the show is to watch the videos all the way through and make sure you're subscribed, make sure you like, and also go to my Pandora comedy channel. I have a Graham Elwood Pandora channel. It's both of my stand-up comedy albums. It's free, and they put other comedians on there, so it's free. And when you listen and thumbs up my comedy tracks, I get residual income. Doesn't cost you a penny. You're getting free comedy, and artists are getting supported. Thanks for watching the show. Boom, everybody. Boom, boom, pow. All right, folks. India had a general strike in January 2020. 250 million people participated in the strike. Holy shit. I'm watching no Epoch Time ads. Well, here's the thing. I say this before. Open up a separate browser window and let the ads play. And it's for these right-wing organizations, they have to pay me. When the ads play, they actually have to pay me. You're not supporting those companies unless you click through and buy, but they have to pay. So I say, like, watch my show like on TV without the ads, and then have your iPad or laptop just run with the ads going. That's one way to do it. Shave your knuckles for justice. 250 million people strike. Can you just imagine that in the US? Yeah, imagine. Imagine if we had just 50 million, 100 million people went on strike in America. Things would fucking change, man. They would change. You need to scare those in power. Don't say, I'll vote, any blue will do. I'll do whatever you say. Thank you. You would never do that for a business. You would never go to a restaurant that's like, boy, the food has gotten shitty. The service sucks. The prices have gone up. Everyone's an asshole. It's dirty, but it's my restaurant. Got to vote for it. Got to give them my money. You would go, fuck that. We're not going there anymore. We're finding a new restaurant. But with voting, with politics, I'll vote any blue will do. I'll do whatever the Democratic. I mean, I don't like it, but they're better than Trump. God, I'm stupid. Every day I'm dumb. I look in the mirror and I go, there's a moron. Any blue will do. Alyssa Milano's my hero. Shatner time. Yes, it is Shatner time. Cureforcancer.co, shave your knuckles for justice, social distancing while everyone is going to the grocery store shows this isn't about health, but rather police state control.
Interesting. Cureforcancer.co again. Please read The Science and Fine Art of Fasting by Herbert Shelton and experiment with fasting. You could help a lot of people. Okay, I will do that. I will do that. What song do you guys want to sing? Come on now. You're welcome for the earlier stream. Don't worry, be happy. All right. Hit the like button, everybody. That one sounds fun. Yeah, let's see that one. Here's a little song I wrote. Waiting a note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. As Shatner. Bernie's live. I went right live when Bernie did. It's so hard to like so hard to like know when to go. That's going to be not conflicting with anybody. All right, everybody. And the other thing I'm doing, I'm putting. I don't want to listen to this rocket ship guy. Come on. So one of the things I'm doing too, I just started doing this. I put one on Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member, you watch these karaoke songs. Use Shatner. Here it is, everybody. Welcome to some karaoke. Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Every life we have some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't worry. Be happy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't worry. Be happy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't worry. Ooh, 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 ooh. Be happy. Ooh, ooh. Don't worry, be happy. I got no place to lay my head. Somebody came and took your bed. Don't worry. Be happy. Lord, rent is late. He might have to let the gate, but don't worry. Be happy. This is the theme song of the federal government during a pandemic. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. I'll give you my phone number. You're going to have to pay for coronavirus if you don't have health care. Don't worry, be happy. Be happy. The bank's got 4.25 trillion. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style. Ain't got the girl to make you smile. But don't worry. You'll get a one-time payment of $1,200. When your face will frown, that will bring everybody down. Spot, don't worry, be happy. Be happy, Spot. Don't worry. You can apply for unemployment insurance, but you still have to pay your rent. Don't worry, be happy. Banks just got
$4.25 trillion, so they're going to buy up your businesses and your homes and own everything. But don't worry. Be happy. The Democrats gave angry speeches on the floor of the Senate, so don't worry. Oh. Neil deGrasse Tyson, ladies and gentlemen. That was fun. Thank you for suggesting that one. That was fantastic. You all are great. Shaka, Shatner does Bernie passive pants. Don't worry, be happy. What would happen if William Shatner met Granny Petrol? Holy shit, I'm just a doctor, Jim. Damn it, Jim. Sky's not the limit, shave your knuckles for justice. I feel like I'm having the idiocracy contagion. Oh, goodness gracious. Crazy times we are in, ladies and gentlemen. 497 likes. Come on, 3 more likes. Get it to 500 before I shut it down. Hit it. Like. Who hasn't liked it? Like. 1 more like. Hit the like button. Like it. There it is. 503. Did it. Love it. You're the best. Thanks, everybody. Love doing this. I'll probably go live time. I'll do if you guys like the 2. Maybe we'll do another 2 o'clock. You guys like an afternoon, a twofer in the nooner. I'll mix it up so people who have different schedules and in different parts of the world at different time zones can see this. So I'll maybe alternate between like a night and an afternoon. So don't worry, be happy when the banks steal your house. Don't get angry, just squeal like a mouse. Don't worry. Boom, 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 boom. That song, I can see why it pissed off Public Enemy. Thanks for doing Progressive Comedy Tour live via Zoom. GrahamElwood.com. Tickets are $5. Like, share, and subscribe, and shave your knuckles for justice. You're making Gotham great again. Don't worry. Be happy.